were looking for Facebook ads like specialists for whatever reason, okay? And then I found this company called Kids in the House. And this is still a real company. They have like 300, 400,000 likes on Facebook. They're growing like crazy. But basically, it's a website where they help parents be better parents. They have the biggest video library of video parenting ever. It's a great company. Liana Green is the CEO. You guys should check it out. But anyways, they wrote an ad and they were looking to build their email list of more parents using Facebook. And I was like, oh my God, this is it. I can finally do something. And remember, at this point, all I had was a bunch of knowledge. At this point, all I had was a bunch of knowledge. I didn't have any cases. I didn't have any proof. I thought I could do something, but I didn't. So introducing the Billie Jean screen, what I did to stand out from the crowd, right? So step one is I identified people who actually needed my help. Then step two is I offered to solve a problem for them for free on video as opposed to emailing or calling. So I'll give you guys some free software. There's a software out there. A lot of you already know what it is. It's called Camtasia. It's called Camtasia. And what it allows you to do is simply record your screen. That's it. It's not a lot of magic. It just allows you to record your screen and use your microphone to make a video of what you're doing. Someone says they use ScreenFlow. Exactly. It's the same thing, right? So I used Camtasia because they had a 30-day free trial and I was broke. So that worked, right? And then I went to their website and I went to their fan page. I went to their website and I went to their fan page and I recorded me going through it with all the stuff I learned. I said, hey, I looked at your fan page. I realized that you can change this and you can change this and you can change this. And also if you did this, you can do this. But all of the things I commented on were things that they posted in their post. It wasn't like I was randomly taking a shot in the dark. Like they said, we need help with more email subscribers, right? So I pointed out errors that they were making via, that was stopping them from getting more email subscribers. So I actually paid attention to what their needs were, right? So already I'm standing out from the pile because I'm coming through with a video. And I'm not just coming through with a video, I'm like showing myself. They hear my personality because people don't just buy your service, they buy you. Does everybody agree with that? Everybody knows that, right? They probably buy you before they buy your service, right? So that's what this strategy allows you to do, is put all of that out there. So I'll tell you what happened after this is 2 weeks go by. I don't hear shit. I got demoralized. I was like, man, I made this great, video and I can't believe they're not like responding like crazy. It doesn't make any sense to me. And then all of a sudden, my phone rang. And I was like, oh man, okay, cool. And then she's like, hello, is this Billie Jean? I'm like, yes. She's like, this is Liana Green from Kids in the House. I'm like, oh shit, oh hi, how can I help you? And she's like, I liked your video. I was wondering if you could come up and do some consulting work for us. I was wondering if you could come up and do some consulting work for us. And honestly, my reaction at this time was, wait, what? Consulting? I don't know anything consulting, but of course I'm going to say that. So I said, sure, I can do that for you. But of course, there's going to be a fee associated with it. When in reality, I would have been happy if she just gave me gas money because they were in Los Angeles and I was in San Diego. And she said, okay, well, how much do you charge? And I froze for a minute and I just threw something out. I said $1,000 to come up there for like 4 days. And she said, okay, I'll see you on Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how I made my first $1,000 online. Is literally, I talked to her on the phone, offered to solve more problems. She said, come up and do some consulting. And that was it. So I can't stress enough that this strategy of using videos, even at the place my company's at now, if there's a client that we really want, we still use the same tactics, right? So if you're watching this, you're like, okay, I don't need to do that anymore. I'm telling you right now, if there's a client that you really want and you send them a video, this has closed the deal for us so many freaking times because nobody does it. Nobody does it. And it's all about standing out from the crowd, right? Ben says, excellent idea. I'm stealing this. It's yours. Use it. So next, what did I do? I did the same shit over and over again. I continued to make videos. I went to Craigslist, I went to Monster, and videos. Why? Because it worked, right? So I repeated it, and then finally, I stumbled upon my next client. So strategy number 2, and this is really what took my business off, so pay attention and take notes. Strategy number 2, I call Billie Jean Show and Tell. Step 1, create a success story. Step 2, document and share your results with the camera. Step 3, ask if they want your help, and I'll show you what that looks like right now. So step 1, you have to have a success story. You have to sell with proof. So this is what we did. Xterra Wetsuits was a client that came from using that strategy that I showed you. And so a lot of you've seen some of this case study. I'm about to break it down to you. So with this company, we produced $150,000 in sales in 1 month on a $6,000 budget. And we did it 8 months in a row. And people are like, well, I don't have a $6,000 budget. When we first started, the only reason why we got to this budget is because we spent $618 to make 19 grand. And then they saw that it was worth their investment, right? So we didn't start off spending 6K, right? We gradually moved up into that. And this is exactly the campaign that do you guys want to see it? Maybe you guys don't even want to see it. Do you want to see the actual campaign that we ran to get these results? Probably not. Should I just skip this part? Of course, I'm kidding. Okay, so check it out. First step, targeting, right? A couple of you asked about it before we started this training. In any good Facebook campaign, it's about showing the right offer to the right person. That's really the only game you're playing. Okay, so in this case, we had to really understand what the company was trying to do. So they sell wetsuits, right? But not just any wetsuits, right? It's not to surfers. It's not, there's a lot of places and things you can do a wetsuit with. Stop trying to cater to everybody and pick a niche. So we specifically focus on triathletes. Why? Because they tend to have cash, right? It's an expensive sport. You need to have money to do it. And that was their focus as a company and their previous customers. So that's what we did. And so we targeted specifically triathletes who made X amount of dollars, who were between the ages of 30 to or 25 to whatever it was, and that's who we targeted. In addition to that, if anybody liked anything that had to do with triathletes, like for example, USA Triathlon is a huge fan page, right? Ironman is a huge fan page. So we were able to actually advertise specifically to those people. So we knew that we were making the right offer to the right person, which is 80% of the battle when it comes to being successful using Facebook ads, right? And then we showed them this advertisement. It says, attention triathletes, we're giving away 50 coupons to save 60% off our Vortex full suit. Download your coupon now to save $241. And then we have the image there. It says 60% off for Vortex. Download your coupon now. Now I want to point out a couple things about this advertisement. Notice this is not some slimy, salesy stuff, right? A lot of people just come on, they'll put a picture of their wetsuit and say, purchase now. I'm so cool. Yay. But realistically, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity. We're giving away 50 coupons. We're giving away 50 coupons. We're not selling you anything. This is an opportunity. 2 triathletes for our triathletes, right? So in addition to that, we're not even saying buy now. We're not saying buy now. We say download your coupon. How non-intrusive is that? Remember, these people are on Facebook, right? You're competing with Miley Cyrus twerking and the crazy shit Donald Trump is saying, right? That's who you're competing. So for you to grab your audience's attention, make it worthwhile and know who you're competing against. You got to pay attention to those things, right? So that's what we did. We brought them there. And then we brought them to what's called a video background landing page. So notice it looks completely different than all the crazy, or the boring, I should say, static pages. The worst mistake you can make is, and if you guys saw my videos before, you know this, is bringing someone from a Facebook ad to a website where you have your About Us and all these distractions that nobody gives a shit about, I promise. Notice something about this page. There's no navigation bar. There's nowhere to go. The only thing there is to do is to give them what they want, which is 60% off on the wetsuit that they got. That is it. That is it. That is it. They put in their email here. Now, as you all know, just because someone downloads a coupon or a gift card, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean they're going to purchase, right? Like, matter of fact, how many of you have gift cards in your wallet right now? Some shit you've had forever that you just have never used. How many of you have gift cards right now? Everyone's like, yeah, of course you do, right? So that's my point, is how do you actually get these people to buy? And we use what's called the double incentive. We use what's called the double incentive. So we actually bring them to this page and we say, congratulations, your coupon code is get yours. Use your coupon code today to receive free shipping. Use your coupon code today and receive free shipping. So not only are we giving 60% off, but we're giving you something to take action immediately. And as a result of that, we were able to convert like 20 to 30% of people immediately. So if you are not doing anything on your thank you pages right now, and you're doing something along the lines of like, thanks, your coupon will be delivered to your inbox soon, you are messing up and leaving a gross amount of money on the table. A gross amount of money on the table. Does that make sense to everyone? Give me a yes if you're guilty of this, but you will no longer be guilty of this anymore. That you will knock this off right now. Just give me a yes, you're with me. Is this helpful? Give me a yes if this is helpful and it's making sense. If it's not, then let me know. You can just take off. You can leave. But cool. All right, getting a lot of yeses. Slow down, people. I got you. Okay. In addition to that, retargeting ads, right? So not everybody that comes is going to buy right away. That's the nature of this business. So then we say it's not too late to save $241 using coupon code blank. Shop now. Do you see how I've now earned the right to say shop now? I've now earned the right to say shop now because they've gotten the value. They know what it is. But not when first time I meet them, am I just trying to say buy now? They're going to take a girl on the date and try and kiss her as soon as you walk in, right? So just be respectful. Like, think about it, right? So now for the retargeting ads, we can say buy now. So using this retargeting ad, I believe we were making sales on a $159 wetsuit for like a cost of $4. So every time we spent $4, we sold another wetsuit. Is that insane or what? Is that insane? $4 and we'd sell another $159 wetsuit? Stop. Okay? So any other questions before I continue? Save them because I'll answer them at the end. So I will continue, right? Now, step 2. One thing is creating a tight case study that's going to wow people, right? So I just demonstrated to you value in advance. But now, how do you use this case study to scale and grow your business? How do you leverage everything that you've done? Okay? And that's what I'm going to walk you through right now. So step 2 in the show and tell strategy is I went on to Amazon and I purchased 3 box lights. Right? And they cost me about $69.99. I purchased a Yeti microphone, which I think cost about $60. I'm still using it right now. And I also purchased a green screen, which I think was cost me like $13. So I made this big investment into this equipment to make a video. And here's the advertisement that I ran. And I said, do ads like this actually make money, or is it one big scam? Do ads like this actually make money, or is it one big scam? Before you spend another cent on advertising, watch this video. The truth might upset you. FB fraud, and then I say FB ads finally exposed. I got really tired of people watching people waste money on ads like this, so I decided to expose FB once and for all. So a lot of you are like, well, why did you take this position? I don't understand. Like, you like Facebook. Because the idea with this advertisement was to identify people who are in the most pain. Right? I wanted to find people who were really struggling with Facebook ads. So anybody struggling with Facebook ads, like probably some of you are on this thing right now, you're like, yeah, Facebook is a scam. I just spent $100 and yeah, that shit doesn't work. What a ripoff. Mark Zuckerberg, you're just a pawn. You're so bitter and mad. But you want to be honest with yourself? Can I call you out for a second? Facebook works. You don't know how to work Facebook. Let's say it again. Facebook works. You don't know how to work Facebook. And until you can be honest with yourself and accept that truth, you'll continue to struggle. Remember that. So change your mentality, get out of that. So I ran this ad and I brought him to a page that looked like this. It was something similar to this. And I showed him the video. And if this screenshot that you can see here is a picture of me, Rena, and Lior, 2 people on my team. And at the bottom of the screen is these guys, John and Glenn. And they actually own the company and they run the company. So I made a video of me actually with them, right? And showing exactly what we did through the process. This was so much more powerful than like taking a picture of them and putting some quote that they said, right? Sometimes you have to do that, but when you have the opportunity to actually show and document the process, it makes people believe, right? Because everyone's skeptical. Everyone lives in the skeptical world. I don't really believe you. So I just fucking showed them. I said, this is what I did. This is the ad that I ran. This is me sitting down with the client. This is the process, right? So that's the ad I ran. And then I simply asked if they want help, right? So at the end of the video, I say, look, if you found this case study helpful, right? I say, if you found this case study helpful and you'd like me to try and do the same thing for your business, set a time to chat with me. That's it. I wasn't salesy, right? If you found this case study helpful and you'd like me to do the same thing for your business, schedule a time to chat with me. I'll say it one more time. If you found this damn case study helpful and you'd like me to help you with your business, just click the button below. So that's what I did. They clicked the button below. They're immediately taken to my calendar, right? I think I spent $600 on this ad or $400, something like that, on this advertisement. And can anybody guess? I'm curious to see what you guys think. On my first day, and remember, I'm at my mom's house. I don't have anything, right? I'm broke at this point. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm starting to get going. I'm out at my mom's house and I run this campaign. How much money did we do on the first day? Just give it a guess. If someone says 50K, I wish. Remember, I was still at my mom's house, you know. So it says 5,000, right? Okay, 500, 2,000, 7,500, you know, 10K, right? Okay. Answer: $10,000 in one day. $10,000 in one day. $10,000 in one day. That's how I did it. And let me reiterate to all you on this training right now. I did exactly what I just showed you, right? I did not hold anything back from you. I found a client by freaking sending screen capture videos. That was step one. Once I got a client and we had crazy success because I had a skill set, remember, I had a great skill set, I then documented it. I then ran an advertisement to what I documented and asked people if they also wanted help. And those three steps together led to $10,000 in one day when I was living at my mom's freaking house. So, did you find this helpful? Is this helpful to you so far? I hope so, because this is how it happened. Like, I'm not leaving back. And the thing is, we're just getting started. I haven't even really touched it yet. We're still getting going, right? We're still getting going. So let's get this done. So at this point, I was quote unquote living the good life, right? I had 8 clients paying me a month. I had 20 students in my course for like $1,500 a pop. I had my first employee or 2 or something like that. And I thought I was living the good life. But the truth was, I was really a entrepreneur, right? I wasn't an entrepreneur. You know, I wanted to be. But the good life wasn't so great. The first thing that you'll realize, and, you know, like if some of you guys kind of join us later or work with us, whatever, you'll kind of realize these things. But as you grow your business, it's not just about getting clients, right? It's not just about getting clients. Someone says, I thought your mom put you out. Yeah, my mom did, but she loves me. Like, she eventually brought me back, but she kicked me out for a while. But you realize time is your greatest asset, right? You realize time's your greatest asset. And I was all over the place. I had all these different clients doing different things, and I had no time. I was like teaching, and then I was running a campaign. And worse than that, because I was so desperate for money and so hungry for money, I started taking on clients who were, I hate to say it, they were assholes. They didn't respect me. They didn't respect my time. They talked down to me. They were condescending, right? So I was dealing with these things for the sake of money. And then I realized something. If you're not happy, who cares how much money you make? Who cares how much money you make? I'm sorry, but if it sounds cliche, it's because it's the truth. It's because it's the truth. Simple as that. How many of you have experienced this where you've taken on a client because you wanted money, but then they just made you miserable? They ran all your time. Like, am I the only one who deals with this? Of course not, right? Everyone's like, yep, here, yep, done it. Same, exactly. So the last thing I realized is that without process, you'll plummet. Without process, you'll plummet. So at this point, remember, I didn't really know much about business. I ran an ad campaign, and all of a sudden I had these clients, right? So I had no structure. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have time schedules. I didn't have time blocks. Like, I didn't do anything. I was an idiot. And as a result of that, I was losing business, and people weren't happy with me. I just didn't know. So like I said, I was an entrepreneur, not an entrepreneur. So the question is, how do you scale your business, right? What actually changed to kind of go from 8 clients miserable and unhappy to growing to an agency with hundreds of clients? What changed? And I'm about to go over that with you right now because I keep it real and transparent. So step 1, and this is important, even though it's not going to be as action strategy, but I'm telling you it's important, is choosing your identity. Choosing your identity, meaning picking your voice, your personality, and how you're going to come across to potential clients. Who you want to work with, right? So as you guys can see, as you're sitting in this webinar, I'm a lot of energy, kind of loud in your face. I'll call you out. I curse every now and then. That's me. That's who I am. Now, if you're still on this training, I'm guessing you're the same way too. Or I'm guessing there's something here that we're connecting, right? So in my brand, in my identity, in the videos you saw before, in the pictures I showed you of my team in Mario Kart, Massage Jimmy, these creative thinking, that's us, right? So us right now, we're connecting or we're not, right? We is. That's important. That's the key to happiness. That's when you get clients that you love, you like to hang out with, you grab a beer with after. That's when you get students where you feel like you can just talk to them forever and you vibe. That's what I try and create. That's what choosing your identity allows you to do. If you don't choose your identity, you will go into the spiral of working with people who don't respect you, your time, your money, and you will be miserable. This is probably the most important thing that I went over today. Even though it won't feel like it compared to all this other shit I'm about to go over with you, this is the most important step. I want all of you to remember it. Next. identifying your niche. And I mentioned a little bit about it before. So in the beginning, that good life time, I was all over the place, right? I was in dozens of industries. So for example, I had a business to business client, right? I had a business to business client. In addition to that, I had a B2C client. I was selling physical products. I was doing lead generation. I was doing it for a service. I was doing it for myself. I had all these different things. I had so many variables and not enough constants. I had no repeatable processes. So how in the hell can you grow when there's nothing for you to repeat and everything is like a new challenge and drains all your time? So what happened next? I got a call. And it was a friend who owned a local gym. And he said, Billy, I saw your case study. See how it works again? And we own this gym, and I think what you do could really help us with it. Now, at the time, I was getting paid a lot of money from selling these physical products. So when I hear a local gym, I'm like, I don't really think so. And he goes, Billy, stop and think for a second. We're a franchise. If it works well for me, it'll work well for them too. And a light bulb went off. Wow. All these issues I'm dealing with of trying to figure out all these different things, and now I can just do one thing, but yet I can still scale and grow my business and get more. Wow. So that's kind of the next step, is the rinse and repeat model, right? If you go into any major corporations, they're really good at doing the same things over and over and over again. And as long as you are the jack of all trades, you will lack process. As long as you are the jack of all trades, you will lack process and the ability to scale and automate your business. And when your business is going everywhere, you also can't hire people to help you because they depend on you for everything. You need simple processes that people can come in, learn, and perfect, right? Without those things, you're done. So do you guys want to see the gym campaign that I actually ran for them that kind of sparked all this? Or not really? You guys don't really want to see that? Oh, you guys are done? Just no? Nobody's good. You don't want to see that? You don't want to see it? Okay, so this is what it says. It says, attention blank, and blank is the location. It says, we're giving away 52-day trials of our heart rate-based interval training for free. Click learn more to find out why New York Times calls it the best 1-hour workout in the country. I want to show it to you again. Is that we are giving something. This is an opportunity, right? And you can only do something like this when your client is comfortable in their ability to close. So you want to align yourself with someone who's got their back end down and they say, look, we just need people in our door. We'll do the rest, right? And if you truly have a good service and you provide value for people, you can always give something away for free to attract them. Because at the end of the day, what you deliver will close the sale, not your promotion, right? Not your promotion. So once I went to that ad, they came to this page. You guys can all see it right here. Very simple. Come see why New York Times called the best 1-hour workout in the country, right? 9 trials remaining. Watch this video. Request a free trial. So the video is excellent. Our targeting was excellent. But notice something here again, people. They only come to this page. There's no navigation. There's no about us and this crazy website stuff. They're on Facebook. They just got done listening to Donald Trump. They want something quick. What do you need, Billy? God, can you get it to me? Bam. Can you get it to me? Damn. So this is the page that we brought them. This is the page that we brought them to. So when we ran this campaign, we got 123 leads in 1 day. 123 leads in 1 day. Someone says, what info did you request? Name, email, phone number. 123 leads in 1 day. Now, let me ask you a question. Because some of you are like, oh, 123 leads, okay, not. It's a local business, right? For you guys who are independent or some of you who are local, if I brought you 123 potential customers who wanted to try your service, what the hell would that do for your stuff? What would that do for your business? Like, is 123 leads? Can you see how that could be significant, right? So we crushed it. Someone says, how much did we spend? I think we spent like $500. Cool. Someone says, blow my shit up. Exactly. Such an awesome idea. Cool. Good. Outrageously good. Exactly. Fantastic. So then my phone rang, right? Once I get results like that, my phone rang. And it rang again, and it rang again, and it rang again, right? And it was all these owners of the franchises. Like this time, I wasn't even chasing people now. They just saw what I did. And of course, I made like case that Street Fighter video I showed you, that was for them, documenting what we did, right? So again, my phone starts ringing off the hook. This time from a franchise owner in New York. This time from a franchise owner in Florida. This time from Southern California, Northern California. And all of these calls are flooding in. But what you'll find, and pay attention because I'm about to tell you something extremely important, especially for you who are already in marketing, especially for you, pay attention. All of the business owners that I spoke with all wanted the same freaking thing. And you know what that is? It's profit, right? But let me explain to you the difference there. In this industry of generating leads for people or building the brand for people, at the end of the day, that doesn't pay them. That doesn't pay them. What pays them is people buying their shit and actually acquiring customers. Sometimes business owners will fail to see your value. But do you know why that is? Because you failed in showing them. It is not their job to recognize your greatness, right? Sometimes as marketers, we get on this poll like, look what I did for you. How can you not be thankful? Because at the end of the day, you don't know what it's doing to the bottom line. So we created this. And this is probably one of the most handy worksheets, especially for more of you advanced people who are kind of already going. This right here is a game changer. So leads aren't enough. Show your value. Let me show you what we do within my organization. So this is a report of what we create for a client. We brought you, I think this is for a gym, we brought you 775 leads. Out of these 775 leads, 141 became members. Out of these 775 leads, 141 became members. Why does that matter? Because that's how they get paid. They don't give a fuck about your leads. Sorry for my language, but that's how passionate about it, because you lose too many deals right now for not doing that, right? Next, amount spent on advertising from pre-sale to open. So we know how much they actually spent, and that total was $11,000. So between our fees, between the advertising, they spent $11,000. In the first month, they generated $24,000 from product sales, from memberships, from different type of memberships. But we know that. So they spent 11 from 24 grand in the first month. However, we know as smart marketers that it's really about the lifetime value of the customer. And we know in this particular organization that these customers stick with them for about an average of 6 months. So over the course of the next 5 months, they're going to generate another $75,000 in revenue. Fun facts, 18% of leads converted into members. Their cost to acquire a member is only $78. Why is that powerful? Because they know that every time they spend $78 on our advertisements, they're going to get a new member. Just like I knew in that campaign I showed you earlier, every time I spent $25 to $35, I was going to get someone who scheduled an appointment to work with me. You guys seeing the power in this, right? So each member generates an average of $107 a month, right? And that's not including product sales, etc. And so in summary, we say you spent 11 grand to generate $99,000 over the next 6 months, right? And I said, please note that these numbers exclude whatever revenue was generated by the 121,000 people that saw your ad on average 7 times. The people who didn't give their name and email and phone number, but they just saw it. So notice something here, people. Notice something here. A lot of you depend on your sales process being this. Oh yeah, well, 121,000 people saw your ad, so we got their name out there a lot. And you're messing up, because what's going to happen is you're going to come across a company like mine or one of my students who's going to come in, they're going to kick your butt, because this is how they're communicating with the client, through proof, through numbers, right? Numbers, not hype and fluff. Does this make sense to everyone? Because that's really important what I just went over with you. Give me a yes. Just give me a yes if you're with me. Are we jamming right now? Is this exciting? Is this helpful? If it's not, tell me. Someone tell me it's not. Let's just see if anyone does no, because the yeses are easy right now. Give me a no. This is whack. If you already knew all this before and you're just wasting your time, give me a no. Somebody do it. Give me a no. Haven't seen one yet? Anybody? I like it. Yes, let's do it. Oh, there we go. I got a no, but with the laughing my ass off after. Okay, I'll take that. So listen, the key to growth is simplification. The key to growth is simplification, understanding your skill sets, right? So as a company, when we're growing like crazy, it's because we have simplified processes, right? So in my company right now, I know 4 things. That I have staff that creates campaigns, right? Part of my team, all they do is they create campaigns. They become the best at that, not the jack of all trades, the jack of creating campaigns. I have other staff who sets appointments, right? So we have all this content out there. So they will actually just set appointments with potential clients and students, right? That's their skill set. That's what they do. And then we have people who are closers, right? And that's what they focus on, myself included in that, right? Like I'll come in to the big companies and I'll close. That's what I do. That's my skill set. As a CEO, that's what I do. That's a part of my job description. And then last, we have people who are about retention, just keeping people happy. If you can't go through your business and identify little processes that you're doing every single day and have this kind of clarity, you will have trouble growing. And when you do grow without these things, you will crumble like a cookie. Does this make sense to everybody? Because the result of doing something like this, and when you do it well, is what happened to our company. And we went from 30 to 200 clients in 4 months. 30 to 200 clients in 4 months. 30 to 200 clients in 4 months. Can anybody see how that shit is crazy? Right? This is just a kid at his mom's house. Kid at his mom's house. Negative $75 in his checking account. I'm not special. I'm not special. Just showing you exactly what I did. So next, how to sell without selling. Right? How to sell to get selling. And again, if you're not awake, which I think most of you are, wake up now because we're not done. We're not done. I still got more cool shit to show you that's just as powerful. So how to sell without selling, right? Now, the key that you all need to be doing is, someone asked, did I move out? Yes, I don't, I don't live with moms no more. How to sell without selling. The key is to attract, don't push. When you're cold calling, when you're sending like direct mailers and all that stuff, you're pushing. Right? People don't want you, but you're forcing yourself on them and trying to convince a couple of people say yes. The key is to attract. How do you attract? By delivering value in advance for free. Let me give you an example. How many of you saw this room? Or how many of you, before you came to this webinar, already saw a bunch of our stuff? How many of you? Just give me a yes. You saw videos at least. You said it in the beginning. A lot of you saw it, right? Before you even showed up and came to this training where I'm going to teach you more, I gave you value. I gave you freaking value. That is the key to sell without selling. And when you have all these case studies, right? So it went from, I had the wetsuit case study, then I did the massage envy blitz, I did all these other things. You start to attract people and you don't need to chase anymore. But you got to get, in the beginning, you got to hustle. You got to make it happen to get to this point. But once you do, it pours in. And let me show you what happened here. A lot of content out there. And guess what happened? I got another call. Ring, ring. But this time it was for big money. So it was this company, they focused on small business loans, right? So big ticket industry. So for this, I knew we were talking serious. So I brought them to a university club, which is where I bring, clients sometimes. And I sat there, and that's Rena on my left and Gina there. They work here. And I brought them here. And you know what I did to sell them? I didn't sit there and pitch super hard. I brought up a presentation just like the one you're watching right now. A little different, a couple other things I focused on, but just like the one you're watching right now. You can see it in the monitor on the back, right? And then I'm like 25 or 26. I don't know how old I am. I'm like this kid, super nervous. And then 4 people show up. They're wearing suits. One's got glasses on. She looks like Hillary Clinton, except you could just tell she's polished as hell, way smarter than me, right? This other guy comes in. He's tall and big. He's just damn, I was super intimidated, right? So I got in there, focus, Billy. I'm just going to show them what we've done. I'm just going to show them what we've done and see what the hell happens. So I bring them through my presentation. And while I do this, before the presentation started, I ordered steak or whatever they were eating for dinner. The food came. By the time I was done with the presentation, nobody took a single bite. I am not exaggerating. It was like an hour-long presentation. Nobody took a single bite of their food. And do you know why? Because I was just showing and telling, like I showed you earlier, right? Even though we ran an ad to it earlier, it's the same freaking process here. I just showed them the results of what we've done, and I said, this is what we like to do for you. And let me tell you how the close went. Let me tell you how the freaking close went. It went like this. So how much do you charge for all this? Because we're in. Before I said the price, I said $30,000. You know what he said? Okay. Right? So the sale happened before they showed up. It showed with the content that they saw before they got here, right? It showed with the presentation when I didn't sell them at all. I just showed them some more stuff. I just showed them the show and tell. Does this make sense to everybody? Do you see how that happened? Because $30K a month was a lot of money. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So one client paying $30K a month. Now, what you will realize as I'll go through here, right, is the key to a successful business is about predictable income, recurring revenue, meaning you got a credit card on file and on this date, they're automatically getting swiped. Through my young and ignorance through business, I wasn't doing a lot of that. I was more just come on this month and we'll figure it out. What that had me doing is basically having to start a new business every month because I had no predictable income. I hope clients would stay, but I had nothing in the books. So one month, and tell me how many of you feel this right here. January or June comes along, you do well. You make like 7 grand, 10 grand, whatever, 5 grand, 3 grand, but you have a good month, whatever it is for you. And then the next month, nothing. The next month, nothing. The next month, nothing. How many? Just give me a hell yes if you can feel me on that. Yes, because we're all guilty of it, right? Recurring revenue. Recurring revenue is the key to that problem that you're facing right now. You need it. You need it in your life. And let me tell you how it works. So, how to keep them coming, right? The first thing is you have to offer a service that people want all of the time, right? So luckily, I'm in the business of finding people customers. And there's not too many businesses out there that are like, nah, Billy, I'm cool. I don't want to grow my business. Nah, I don't want any more customers. Billy, no, I don't want any more money. Stop it. So there's an unquenchable thirst, meaning no matter what happens in their business, they will still need me. Matter of fact, they need me more when troubles happen because usually they need to bring in more money, right? So we created an unquenchable thirst of finding more customers. Finding more customers, right? And then check this out. When you're focused on a niche, you start to be able to predict results, right? So I know if I go to like any major health and wellness organization, I know how much it's going to cost me to get a lead, how much it's going to cost me to sell. So when I'm confident with the results that I produce, and I'm only confident because of what I've seen and been able to do, I can offer crazy things like a money back guarantee. There's almost no marketing agency in the world who offers a money back guarantee because they go, well, it may work, it may not, because they're all over the place. They don't know, right? So when people come to me and clients and I say, yeah, this is our price, and if you're not happy, I'll give you your money back, shit, what a sell. So I always tell people, I think I'm the only marketing agency that offers a money back guarantee, right? But at the same time, I take on smart clients that I know I can help. You see what I'm saying? So again, once we kind of established this and we started getting the 123 leads in a day, it started to explode like wildfire. Then other franchises came on, like Kia Motors, Massage Envy, Dave and Buster's, and they're all franchises. So it was that same repeatable process again and again, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Are you guys seeing the power and how recurring revenue stands up? And if right now you're self-evaluating yourself and realizing like, shit, I don't have a reason why people are coming back, then it sounds like you should sharpen your skill set, right? Sounds like you should sharpen your skill set. So continuing on here. So from 11.9 to 12.9, we brought in about 118 grand of recurring revenue. This is the kid in his mom's house. This was the kid in his mom's house who cried when his car got towed / house got towed. That was that, right? So I don't show you this to brag, oh, look at me. Who cares about that? I'm showing this because if you're a skeptical SOB like me, you want to see the numbers. Okay, great, Billy, you did this thing. What happened? Show me the numbers. Someone says, that's a lot of Jack in the Box. Yes. So, question to you guys. Do you want me to give you some of my best performing campaigns? Do you want me to give you some of my best performing campaigns? In addition to that, do you want me to personally help you build your own Facebook ads business? If you found this training helpful, if you believe that this could possibly be the breakthrough that you've been looking for, the clarity that you need, the help and the assistance that you need to really grow or start or to scale your business, and you'd like me and my team to help you, then this is how you do that. And by the way, this picture is actually of me signing Facebook's wall at their headquarters when they flew me up there. So a really proud moment. I love that picture. So I included it in there. So obviously, that's our team. That's our patent friends picture taken in Balboa Park in San Diego. Okay. So let's get into this. What is Billy Jean's camp? All right. This is what it is. Customer Acquisition Master Program, right? Customer Acquisition Master Program. So you guys know, Billy Jean is Marketing Inc., my company. We will have 2 services that we provide outside of our agency stuff. Number 1 is Billy Jean's Gene Pool, which is our membership site. And number 2 is Camp, what I'm showing you right now. In regards to working with us, we got the Gene Pool, and then we have Camp, which I'll break them down to you right now. So what's Camp all about? As a Billy Jean is Marketing camper, you'll get, God, that's so stupid, Alex. A camper. Here's what's included. And this is probably the coolest shit ever. Ad campaigns. We're going to do one and take it a step further. Let me show you what I mean. We have worked with every industry and that you guys ask about all the time, under the sun pretty much. Chiropractors, dentists, doctors, car dealerships, yoga studios, credit card processing, digital marketing agencies, real estate, dog grooming, physical products, martial arts, ticket sales, carpet cleaning, solar, webinars, paint and wine, personal training, Pilates, plastic surgeons, vacation rentals, to mention a few. Was that fast? We've done that. So would you guys be interested, and I'm asking this, I'm not being rhetorical here, would you be interested in having us literally use services like Lead Pages and ClickFunnels to just give you these campaigns? When I say give you, I mean literally just here you go and sharing it with you. That's why camp is fucking tight. Excuse my language. It hasn't even been possible before. So let me paint a picture for y'all because I think it's important. Let me paint a picture. Hey, Billy, I have a chiropractor that I'm working with right now. Do you have a campaign that works? Hey, John, I sure do. Hold on a second. I'm going to have Rena go ahead and send it over to you. And then it's in your ad account. Plus, you get a recorded training call of exactly how we kind of set up the ads and manage the account, period. That's what camp is, people. It's for people who want to do this as a career. So I can tell you who this isn't for. If you're having it can kind of go that way too, but it's probably more for, it's for the person who really wants to do this as a career. If you've come through this course, you're on this call right now, and you really believe this can be your change, that's what camp is. It's working with us in specific niches, choosing a niche, getting laser focused, and rapidly growing, okay? So continuing on. Scripts. Did you guys see how I literally gave y'all prospecting script? I told you what to say. I said, here you go. Once you create the video, this is exactly what I would say. You get those. Kind of a big deal, okay? Coaching calls. So when you come into camp and it's an annual program, right? This is, we're looking for lifers who really want to do this and kill it. It's a call every single week. Everybody in camp has been through clicks into customers. So everyone has the foundation. So it's all nitty gritty stuff. It's like, hey, Billy, I'm having trouble with a karate studio. What do you think I should do? I haven't closed them yet. What am I doing wrong? Oh, cool. That's cool. You should blank, 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 and blank. Different level of support. But again, this is for people who want to do this as a career. This isn't, a low thing. Okay? So let's call every year. That's a lot of Billie Jean time. I know I'm annoying. Sometimes I apologize. So you'll be spending a lot of time with me. And again, once a week, continued support. Period. Phone number. Right? Phone number. You're going to have extreme support, right? We'll have a private Facebook group. You can call us. You have our Facebook group when you have questions. If you want to throw it out to the group, just know that you're in a community of people who all have the same training as you, doing the same things. So on multiple occasions, I've had people say, oh, you're working on car dealerships? So am I. I linked them up, and now they're off to the races doing some shit together. Because as I said earlier, no one's doing this, people. No one's doing this. No one's doing this. And so there's plenty of people, plenty of room for everybody to eat. It's not like, oh, I need to hoard this to myself. People are helping people. That's the idea, is getting a community of people who are doing the same thing you are and having success with it. In addition to that, every month I add a new industry. So on one of those calls a month, I will add a new industry to it. So the industries that we have now, which literally, in addition to that, I add a new one. So if the group, as a consensus, we vote, hey, Billy, can you figure this out for us? I'll find somebody to do it in the agency. We'll run it through my agency. We'll get some results and say, hey, guys, that was pretty cool. It worked. So go do it. I don't know. I think it's tight. So my sales pitch here it comes. It's threefold here. Number one, I want to talk about the opportunity cost. How many of you went to college here? I think I asked this before. And how many of you actually got your master's? Okay. So I have a bone to pick with the education system. Take a master's degree. Take a couple years to do it. Okay, some people got undergrad, some people no, You spend 2 years learning, not working, going into debt. I paid, at that picture there, $40,000 a year, University of San Diego, to go into debt. That's $160,000, not including cost of living, undergrad, and that stuff. I mean, it's crazy. That's how much debt you're racking up. The problem that I have with business in particular, because if you're an attorney, it makes sense. You go to school, you go to law school, you work at a firm, you put in your time, you intern a little bit, you get a job. You're a doctor, you go to school, you go to med school, then you do a residency, and then you get to work, right? It's like this 10-year process costs you like $300,000, but at least they promise a job at the end, or there's work, if you can find one. I got plenty of attorneys that aren't working, and a couple friends in med school that aren't working either. And then you take business. And there's straight up no plan. There's no plan. It's just you graduate, you get your MBA, and then it's, okay, go find a job. And then you end up being a barista at Starbucks, right? Like, it's insane. But yet the schools cost just as much. Question, honestly, especially with this age group, how many of you are still paying off debt or just finished on your student loans? Honestly, I would love to know that. Won't say names or anything, but you can type. You know, a lot of people still paying off debt. You know, I think the average age range here is 40, guys. That's a long time. So for us and from my vision is I want to have the biggest training in marketing education school in the world and the most successful and the most influential. That's what I believe that we can do. And this is what we're starting. So we're looking for people who are looking to do this as a career. Again, this isn't for everyone. But if it is something that you want to do, this is how it goes down. So, success stories. I'll skip over those. I'll show you guys those after as we're talking live Q&A. But yeah, people are killing shit. This is what you need to know. And so my guy, Mike Arcee, tell you about him. Good man. So take Mike. He took clicks in the, fuck it. I'll play it here.
What's up, everybody? My name is Mike, and I'm with a company called Loud Rumor. And this is a testimonial video for Billie Jean is Marketing.
Anyways, it's a video. It's real. I don't have the patience to wait. But Mike's killing it. He's got about 12 new clients since working with us. He's working with a company. It's either 10 or 12, one or two. But it's only been 8 weeks, and he's been working with me one-on-one. Obviously, a partner has access to those calls. So he decided to niche up in the fitness industry, which we obviously have a lot of experience with. My guy, Mike, as a result of doing that, is now in talks with a fitness franchise that has over 300 locations. Already started working with 3 or 4, but now he's on his way to many. So what I'm pointing out to you guys is when you take this training and then you apply it to the niches and the campaigns and you focus, this is what happens. Why am I showing you this? Because I really think it's more powerful for me to share stories of people who are in your shoes versus just saying what I do. All right. Another guy, Rob Bailey, been working with me. To be honest with you, I haven't seen this. I haven't actually seen this video. So let's watch it.
Morning, guys. What's up? This is Rob Bailey. Just heading into the office this morning and wanted to shoot a short video letting you guys know that basically my team and I have been in Billy's partner program, and it's been awesome. Like, basically what we've been able to do is just hand over our client projects to them, and they handle all the fulfillment for us for our client campaigns. So why this has been valuable is because I don't have a single full-time employee in my business. I am the only one that works full-time in it. I've got a couple other people that help me and a few contractors, but I do not have the bandwidth to, execute the volume of work that we're booking right now. So what's awesome about that is that I am able to still deliver results to my clients and be confident that I can give them the results without having to stop selling every time that I book a new client. So really quick, I'll share with you some of the results they've got me, because that part is important too, at least to me. I need to know that I'm delivering results to my clients. I have a realtor friend who had an open house, and it was for a higher price point home in the $900,000 range. And he had an open house that we helped him with. And I said, hey, do you need help promoting the open house? And he said, yeah, that'd be fantastic. So he was late getting me all the stuff, number one. And so I didn't have the photos or videos or images or anything like that. And so I didn't get his campaign live until Friday morning, because Thursday night I sent all of the stuff to Billie Jean's team. They got it all done for me on the quick. Like, I think it was up by 10 a.m. the next day. And his open house was the very next day after that, which was Saturday afternoon. So I was a little nervous that, the results might not come in. But what was cool is we generated 17 leads for him, got him a ton of exposure. I think we got like 10,000 people seeing the open house within his local area. And he had over 200 people show up to that open house the next day. So he was ecstatic with that. He was so excited that he decided to run another open house the following weekend. We got him another 100 plus people to that one. And the net result for him was that he got he got about 97 leads that were in his database that he could follow up with. He got over 4, he had to stop taking backup offers. He got over 4 backup offers, a full price offer on his house. And he did multiple dozens of private showings, which he had to stop doing as well because he just couldn't keep taking offers anymore. So he was pretty darn happy with that. On top of all of that, he got 3 new buyer clients that he represented. So I'm estimating that he's going to make at least 6 figures in the next quarter from that one open house, or that one house that he did the 2 open houses for. So he's super excited about it all. And obviously we got him a pretty rocking return on investment for what he did with us. So couldn't be happier with Billie Jean's program. They've been really responsive, really awesome. Anytime I need anything, I just text them or call them or whatnot, and they always pick up the phone. And yeah, it's been great. Highly recommend it if you're considering doing it. And if your business especially looks like mine, go for it. It's going to be awesome for you. All right, peace out. Aloha, mahalo. Have a good one.
Thank you, Rob, for the kind words. But anyway, Rob's killing it. What he's also not telling you is that he now has sold 2 brokers on that same process, and now he's got brokers paying him. I'm not sure, don't quote me on this, but I think they're paying about $2,500 every month, and he just got this. So Rob, what his story didn't tell you is he was a jack of all trades at first, and I said, Rob, slow that shit down. We need to get you focused on a niche. He chose real estate. It made him a little uncomfortable at first. Now all of a sudden the guy's running open houses where people are coming, and he's getting 200 people to show up, locking in brokers on recurring payments every single month. I mean, not too bad. Again, you saw it with Mike, you've seen it with Rob. These are both guys that I know, I've spoken with personally, and these are the stories that we want to create. And then you take our guy Chris, and a lot of you saw this. And any of you see our one-on-one with Chris, his story is incredible too. And I'll give you the long story short because this text is long. But he started working with chiropractors. The guy literally made with one of his chiropractors $44,000 or $42,000 in profit, a 23-1 ROI. He's now working with 24 chiropractors and counting. So again, he chooses a niche, which we're providing for you. He goes after it. And I tell all 3 of them, I said, don't fucking do anything else except stay in that niche and keep continuing the same process, and you'll make as much money as you want. And as a result, you just saw them talking about it. They will, and they are. So that's what camp is about, creating more of these, and us as a community just dominating the local space, just dominating it, and whatever niche that is for you. So again, there's like 50,000 chiropractors. How many can Chris really take on? Enough to make him a 7-figure business and a very, very healthy income. Okay? So how much does it cost, Billy? Save the stories and your bullshit. What does it cost, man? Well, really cheap. $6,800 for the year. It's an annual payment of $6,800 for the entire year, and you're locked in. Now, obviously, I'm going to have my little sales pitch here to get people to take action right away. And what that is for those people who apply to camp today, you have to get your application in today or it doesn't go, and I will hold strong to that. You can get in for $5,000 a year. So that's $5,000 for the entire year. And let me recap to you what you're going to be getting there, to be really specific. Coaching calls every week.